Hello everyone, and welcome to our Gentleman's Day Out. Today, I'm going to start my day off with my brother Carson, and Mikey, he's getting polished up right now in the other bathroom. But the way I'm going to start my day, and this is how I start my day every day, is to do a nice hair routine. After my hair routine, I'm going to do a proper wet shave, and then a skincare routine. So let's jump right into this. Proper. Now, Carson, while I'm lathering up my hands with this gel, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing a hair care routine, or my hair routine here, while I will, make my hair nice and proper for our Gentleman's Day Out. And I have already done my facial routine, so I will not be doing that, unfortunately. But I will be making sure I am looking spick and span for our proper day out today.
Yes, that's always what the goal is. Now, after we're done with all this too, I'm going to be going over my fragrance wardrobe. It's not that vast, but I do hear that it's good to have a tailor.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, fragrance wardrobe is a necessary component of any gentleman's lifestyle. So, if you don't have one, I suggest you get one.
Yeah.
At least if you want to be considered high society.
And I do know that every man has their own kind of fragrance.
Absolutely.
And you do need a tailor to tell you what kind of fragrance you are.
Yes. Well, the tailor tells you what kind of clothes you wear.
Well, that's true, but
they can also sometimes be a fragrance guy. It depends on if you want. It depends on if you. Some people, like me personally, I have a fragrance guy who only does fragrance. Mm-hmm. But some people have their some tailors I've been to also do fragrance work. So they can, like I know there's a guy that I used to go to. He had a fragrance room in the back.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Was it at Knight's Tailoring?
Actually, it might have been. Now I think about it.
Yeah, I have been there a few times. We might stop by there today.
Yes, it's quite proper establishment, if I must say so myself.
Yes. Jolly good. Alright, now that I got the hair done, I'm going to start doing my wet shave.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to point like that. That's a bit too low class.
Yes. Gotta be proper, sir. Okay. Just make sure you don't do it again and we'll be good.
Alright. Yes. Here is my razor. I do know that a proper gentleman should actually only have straight razors, but unfortunately, I do not have any in my collection.
On a proper day out, we would go to a wet shave guy.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, he is on holiday in the Caribbean right now, so he's on a quite proper holiday.
Yeah.
He's also going to be going to Cuba and getting some proper Cuban cigars. So
hopefully he brings some back for us.
Oh yeah, I hope so. It'd be nice to talk to the country club. Yeah, absolutely.
I hear he has a yacht in the Caribbean too.
Yes. He recently bought his second yacht.
Wow.
It's quite nice. I've been on it. We had a seafood dinner on his yacht.
That sounds lovely.
With some of his close friends.
Oh, that's lovely.
It was quite nice.
Lovely.
It was lovely. It was a lovely evening out on the lake.
Yeah.
On the reservoir. But yes, unfortunately, we can't go to get a proper wet shave today. We could go to. There are other people that do them, I suppose, in the area, but they're not quite nearly as good.
They're not nearly as good.
Not nearly as sophisticated and high class as this is our wet shave guy. We couldn't do that to him. We could not.
Now, while you're doing this proper wet shave, make sure you have a sink running with hot water. It gives you a nice closer shave.
You want to let the water soak in to the skin.
Yes.
To soften up the facial area.
Right.
And you can then do the proper wet shave.
Make sure not to cut yourself when you're doing this wet shave. If you do that, then you need to practice a little bit more.
I'm curious, what fragrance are you using today?
Today, the fragrance that I'll be using is either Old Spice, the classic Old Spice, and
quite nice.
And with my skincare routine, I'm going to be using the Old Spice lotion, which also has a nice fragrance to it.
I've always found Old Spice to be one of the most proper fragrances for a man.
I do agree.
My opinion.
I do agree.
It's fine gentlemen.
Now what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm washing my face down with cold water. It tightens the skin.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Tightens the skin up. Real nice. And excuse me for the mess I made. I do have a little bit of water on me.
Yes, I do as well. Unfortunately.
Okay, guys. Now I'm going to be using. Now we're going to start getting into the skincare routine. Let me line up all the skincare products I will be using. I'm going to be using CeraVe and Old Spice Shave Balm.
And just so the audience knows, I have already done my skincare routine. I'm not going out without a skincare routine, just so everyone knows.
Yes.
That would be.
You need to let them know of that. You can't start your day off without a skincare routine.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right. I think my hair is about good.
Okay. I got the lotion all on me. The CeraVe moisturizer. Then after this moisturizer, I will be putting on the aftershave balm. Just a little bit, just like this much. This much on your fingers. How is the hair looking, Carson?
It's looking as good as it's going to be on this fine day.
There we have it. There we have it. And make sure while you're doing the skincare routine, you lift your skin up. Because if you were to tear your skin down like this, we don't want wrinkles all over our face when we get older. And ways to prevent that is to lift up.
Quite the advice there. When I say so myself, changed my life when I heard that.
Yes. And would you like to smell my fragrance?
Absolutely.
It's a good smell. It's a classic
Oh yeah,
smell.
yes. I mean,
Very.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a crisp smell, if I had to say so.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. Like
It's
a
sharp.
fall, yeah, like a fall crisp morning, if I had to say. I very much like it. I personally don't use this one as much. Oh, I might have to start.
Things time to start.
It's quite.
I could get you a bottle.
Oh, well, I mean,
My tailor can probably supply one.
well
for
then
free.
I might have to take you up on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
My tailor chose
I appreciate
one
that.
for me,
I
so
appreciate it.
I'm just gonna.
No, I will do that as well.
Make sure you get the neck real good.
Yeah.
Sometimes the wrist is a good spot too. All right. I think I started off my day good, and before I leave, I like to comb the eyebrows real quick.
Yes, probably.
Right. I think we're ready for our day. So if you guys would like to follow us out, we're gonna be starting our day off. We are now heading our ways to Waffle House for breakfast. And we just picked up a jolly good chap, Chelsea. She's going to be joining us on our gentleman's day out.
Fair maiden.
Fair maiden.
Chat.
Fair maiden. And we are going to be enjoying some waffles quite soon.
Quite proper breakfast for a proper start to the day.
That's right. we just finished our lovely breakfast at Waffle House, and now we are going to take a little stroll around a nice fancy art district. So, get ready. Well guys, we are currently at a nice art district and we're going to take a little stroll around, have a talk, and maybe look at some nice art.
Enjoy this fine gentleman's day out.
Yes.
Shall we?
Shall we? Well, lovely day outside, isn't it?
I must agree. I think this is the perfect day for a gentleman's day out with lovely company such as yourselves.
Yes.
I think we are truly gifted today to be here together on this fine day in the art district.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We've seen a lot of good stuff so far, a lot of good art, a lot of deep art too.
Yes, the artisans of this community are truly talented, if I must say.
Yes.
Truly talented and cultured in the ways of tradition, and they just put a lot of effort and emotionality into their work. So
And
it's truly something to behold.
I think a lot of artists lack that too. I think a lot of them lack the emotion in their piece, and
Yes.
they definitely do need a deep message. Something from this morning that I thought was inspiring and wise was the shoes. Now, I noticed a man, he'll be dressed real nice, pay attention to his hair, suit jacket, and his tie, you know? But he doesn't pay any attention to his shoes, and that's tragedy.
Yeah, truly, you need to pay attention to the entire thing, because one small detail could absolutely bring the entire thing toppling down, you know? So like it's truly important that you pay attention to every detail, because you don't want to put all of this time and effort into making yourself gentlemanly and then forget one aspect that will leave you ungentlemanly in the minds of the cultured society.
Yes.
So that's just me personally. That's my view on this.
Oh, no, I
But
understand.
Yes.
Do you guys have anything you'd like to talk to with the viewers at home? You guys could take our microphones if you need them. Here you go. Here you go. Don't hold it too close to your mouth.
Well, I gotta say, I've been having quite a good day today, you know? I've enjoyed the lovely, nice food we had at Waffle House. It's
Truly
very,
artisans, but-
yeah, I know. It was truly, like, eye-opening, you know? Food is quite good, and I enjoyed it. And now I'm here at the lovely art district. It's very great. I like it quite a lot. And to be honest, that's all I have.
I don't have much to say either, just that it's been such a beautiful day. I'm so glad it's not raining. I'm very excited for the rest of our plans today. You know, there's a bunch of stuff we could do. We're in a very beautiful area. I don't know. I don't have much to say.
That's okay.
I'll let you gentlemen take the reins.
Thank you.
Well, it's truly
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to be in such great company, such high-class company, if I might say so myself.
Yes,
So,
I agree.
I mean, we shall enjoy our day today, I think. I
Yes.
should think.
Yes, so let's keep up with our stroll, shall we?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let us.
Let us go.
I got new sheets, and I'm telling you guys, best sheets I've ever gotten. Egyptian cotton, you know, third count of like 500, which isn't too shabby, I must say.
Hey,
Well, yes, thread count's quite important for the quality and the craftsmanship of the sheets, obviously.
yes.
I never go, well, you're good. I would never go underneath 5,000, of course. Like, that's,
Yeah.
you never go underneath that. That's quite a good number.
And I did hear that you say that they were Egyptian.
Oh yes.
Yes, I do have. I think I've heard that many Egyptians they make quite good fabrics out there.
Yes, you got to have them imported, obviously. Like,
Yes.
it's quite a. It costs more money, but truly worth it, if I must say.
Okay.
I like the Persian, personally. That's my personal variety.
Oh, Persian.
Persian's quite nice.
You know, I do have myself a pretty nice automobile. German automobile.
Of course.
They're very good at engineering and crafting.
Mm-hmm.
I do must say.
Of course.
And how are their sheets?
The sheets are okay, but they're definitely known for their automobiles.
Well, it's just a matter of, tradition, craftsmanship, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite the sight to behold.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course.
And these lovely houses right here, I would like to get one of these.
Yes. Well, these apartments, they're quite nice. I've seen many such types in this area. It's quite exquisite, I must say so myself.
I'd like to have like a tour of one of these someday, but
My flat is down the street a bit. It's a nice area. It's a nice area. You can get some quite nice floor plans. You pay more, but you get what you pay for in quality, is what I say. And that's
what kind
I like.
of floor plans would you like? You mean like tiled floors or hard wooden floors? My household, actually, I like using thin mahogany wood planks.
Yes.
That's my personal favorite. I like myself a burnt umber kind of look to my home.
The burnt amber. Oh, that's quite good. Yes,
Burnt
yes.
umber, yeah.
I go for the oak often. I enjoy oak. And I know it's not as fancy as mahogany, but it's quite good.
It's okay.
But-
It's more accessible too, which makes it easier for you to establish a home that way.
It just depends. Like, you don't want to ever go for the cedar. The cedar, it's just sort of not a very. It's not a very sustainable wood. It just kind of
deteriorates.
It kind of
over
deteriorates
time.
very easily. Yeah, you want to make sure you get at least oak. Like, that's if you go for
At
cedar.
least oak.
Yeah, no, at least mahogany. If you can get it, that's what's to go for.
Yes.
But yes, redwood is also quite good.
Yes. My den actually at my home,
Yes.
my cigar den, like
Yeah,
office
oh,
den,
Yes.
it has
yes.
a lot of redwood, like you
Yes.
said.
Oh, I know the cigar den quite well.
Yes. After our lovely stroll, we just came into Saks Fifth Avenue. It's actually their last day here, so we're gonna make sure we sweep the store out, check it out.
Absolutely.
So, these pants feel pretty soft. I wonder what the thread count on this one is. It's probably pretty high.
Yeah, the softness level, I would say, quite high.
Yes.
Possibly Egyptian.
How much are these though? That's my question.
That's a good question.
These are quite.
$150 right here.
See,
He's good price. Good price.
I'm looking for a kind of nice salt and pepper suit to wear to, like Sunday
These are
brunch.
quite.
salt and pepper
I
suit.
think that'd be nice. Personally.
Yes, I think they might have one. I have heard one of the salesmen here actually was telling me about salt and pepper suit,
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah.
just like local celebrity Barney Fife.
Oh yeah, yes, from the classic. I mean, I'm a huge Andy Griffith
I'm a
fan.
huge Andy Griffith fan too.
I mean, it's
We're gonna
classic
have
show.
to find that suit.
Yeah.
But, I see all the fragrances over here.
Yes.
Yes, I have heard of La Prairie. That one's actually a pretty good one. It's like a skin caviar absolute filler.
Yeah. Well, see, once again, you gotta have a fragrance guy now. Like,
Yes,
you gotta
fragrance guys.
you gotta actually be consulted with about this. You gotta have a consultant. You gotta contract someone out to actually provide you proper guidance on these things until you're quite an expert. So that's just what I think.
This one's got a really good scent to it. Kind of reminds me of the sun.
Oh yes, sort of a solar.
Try it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very good. This one's really
You
good.
I think it's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure this is like a French imported fragrance right here. La Le Riviere.
It's quite good fragrance. But for my money, I think Switzerland is my favorite. They make good. They make quite good because they have
Switzerland.
they have the famous leaves there. They have like many herbs there that grow in the higher
Oh,
mountains.
I see what you mean.
That they can make quite good fragrance out of that are quite unique that aren't found anywhere else. So yeah.
The herbs are very essential for a great fragrance smell, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you got to have the right temperature,
Yeah, right
Grow them.
temperature.
the right altitude, and only found in Switzerland. So I think the Swiss make the best fragrance for my money.
I think I agree with you. I've also heard Norway has some good fragrance.
Yes, it's more like an Arctic kind of fragrance.
I'm pretty sure this is a skincare routine right here. I might have to add it to my collection.
The skincare collection grows evermore.
Evermore. I'm pure gold. Sounds great. Yeah, it says right here Switzerland.
Oh yes.
So it looks like you were correct.
Yes, I am correct. Of course.
I do gotta say, this fine chocolate place is really good.
Indeed. In this, just for reference, is
Miss
Plato's.
Caramel mocha.
yes, and this is her. We're going to try it. This is Miss Polito's, and it's quite nice. So let's. Is it? Quite good. I like the nice the brand. Of course, the brand. Their chocolate. It's
Top tier.
top tier.
Yeah.
But they add like a nice little coffee flavor. It's
not
not
like-
overpowering.
It's not like Dairy Queen or anything like that.
No, of course not. I wouldn't even suggest Dairy Queen in the presence.
Oh, it's got like a little caramel taste.
It's a little caramel taste. Coffee, it's traditional here in the United States.
You know?
My thing is, I like coffee, and I especially like it as a flavor used to accentuate other dishes and other beverages, of course, like this one here. But for my money, tea is much more of a. It's much more sophisticated.
I do agree with
And-
that.
Yeah, I just think the traditional aspect of tea
The-
is much
The
underrated.
aroma of tea, it's got something to it that just makes me want to drink it. Also, wine. I do like myself some crushed grape wine. Crushed grape wine in Italy. Had it a few times.
Yes.
Let's
I-
go to Napoli.
It's really good.
Napoli. Ooh, I need to get there myself still.
Yeah, when I was over in Napoli, we went over to my aunt's chateau. It was quite beautiful.
Yes,
Ah.
I can imagine. Yes, I spent the summer in the Hamptons, and I actually.
Did you?
Oh yes, and I remember hearing my friends. He went over there on a sort of steamship. They still run this ship there, just to be more traditional, but to the old Italian culture. But he went over to Napoli.
Really?
As part of a cruise liner on there, and it was sort of like a couple-day cruise where they sampled different kinds of traditional, like Italian, like pizza almost, but it's
Like mini bites.
well, yeah, it's like a more pizza over there is much different. It's much more traditional.
More
Yeah, less
sophisticated.
butter on the crust and stuff.
It's,
Not
it's very
grease.
different when you
Yeah.
No grease.
it's much different. It's
Better experience.
yes. So
One may say.
Oh my gosh, did he go on the river cruise that has the cheese tour?
oh yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. My compatriot and his fiance they went on
Ah,
That's
as part of an
it's
outing.
quite romantic of them, I must say.
Yes. And it doesn't get much more romantic than
Yes. I'd love to do that someday.
a cheese tour.
Cheese tour.
Isn't
If you excuse me, I'm gonna get me some cup of sparkling water.
The
Oh,
sparkling
yes.
water is truly to die for.
Yes. I would die for that any day.
But
So Chelsea, have you ever taken a cheese river tour?
No, but my grandma, she went, and oh, so sorry. She's not my grandma. She's my nana.
Oh,
My nana went, and she was telling me all about her adventures on the river cruise, and it just sounded so delightful. So
That
I
sounds
didn't know if you,
quite-
who went over there.
it was my friend Ricardo and his fiance. They're from Spain, so they travel there often.
it's quite extravagant.
Yes, him and his fiance they travel all over the European countryside, and they really have a good time.
Are they getting married over in Spain?
No, they're traveling to Iceland, actually.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
To
Iceland.
they're having a traditional Icelandic marriage. So they're not Icelandic, but they find the culture fascinating.
Are they going to
I do
Ice
too.
Hotel? Ice Hotel seems so.
They should, but
Ice Hotel.
they're staying in the they're staying in a lodge that is built
I've
out.
heard that the chandeliers there are one of the biggest chandeliers ever.
I do not
Well, it's
know.
made completely of ice,
Mhm.
crystallized.
That's-
Yeah.
And I hear that they put candles on the chandeliers there too. Very authentic to the olden days.
Yes.
But it's made of ice.
Well, they have a traditional Icelandic technique to prevent the ice from melting.
Yeah. They
I
put
don't
them
know
in like
if they-
orbs, I think.
Yeah, like
They
orb,
put them in
Ice
these
orbs?
orbs. No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they're like glass
It's-
orbs,
ice craftsmanship.
and
yeah.
they're glass spheres that they put candles in, and then they put them all around the ice chandeliers.
But unfortunately, they're not staying there. They're staying in the traditional. So Iceland doesn't have a lot of trees, so logs are quite nice. They're considered quite a delicacy. So they're staying in a log cabin.
Log cabin.
Made completely out of unhewn logs. So and
Log
they-
cabins aren't very. I don't know. They seem a little too rustic.
well, it's a very nice log.
Okay. Is it made out of redwood?
It's made out of imported wood. They don't get a lot of wood there, so it's made of imported.
Well, I guess it's a delicacy if you don't have much of wood in the first place. So
Yes,
it must
yes,
be kind of high class and prestigious.
They but it's quite a nice cabin they have. It's quite large. They have everything that you could need in a cabin. They have
Stray razors.
oh yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, you need a proper wet shave. Well, I should say they have a guy who comes around wet shave. They have their own wet shaving service.
Oh, he comes out to the cabin.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Like, it's a whole thing.
And haircuts too.
Haircuts,
Oh my gosh, you have to tell me. They have a private chef, right?
of course. Yes.
Who are they using? Because we were talking about getting one when we go on, when my parents and I go to our river cruise in like winter or whatever.
Yeah. No. They do have
I
a
think
private chef.
Glenn is a really good guy who could fix you up
Who?
with that. Glenn.
Oh yes.
Glenn Ridgway.
We go way back, and it's
I do too.
he's
He went to college with me. Business.
Oh yeah, yes.
For business.
Did you get your Wasn't he in the traditional society for gentlemen's?
That's
Indian
right.
Football?
I was in
In
that.
college, yeah, he was in that. He was part of the. He was
I
one
think
of
he
your
was
fraternal
CEO
brothers.
of that one.
Well, he was one of your fraternal brothers in college, correct? Because I remember you mentioning that. 'Cause I was in the different chapter.
I went to Harvard.
Yeah. I
Where
went
did
to,
you?
I went to Oxford. I actually traveled abroad to go to Oxford. I got my.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah. I got my.
I remember
PhD
Mom
in-
and Pop talked about that all the
Yeah,
time.
of course. Yes. I got my
They're so
PhD in fragrance consulting. So I sort of work as a
That's a dream job.
yes. There's an art form. It's an art and a
It's quite
science.
an art form. Yes. I got my minor in. I'm sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
know you're fine.
What were you gonna
Yeah.
say? Where did you go to college?
Oh, I went to Princeton.
Ah, yes. I have many friends who.
Yes. But I was gonna ask Mikey how his equestrian lessons are going.
Yeah.
Horses. Well, you see, I hear you go horseback riding.
Yes, I do. Yes. I do it properly.
Of course. Yeah. I
Most
mean,
people do it kind of improperly.
of course.
Yeah, I like to do the proper way of things in life. It's quite fascinating to say the least.
Well, it's almost like a meditative. You get in almost like a meditative state. I find when you're around, you get that bond and connection with the horse, that ancient bond that existed between man and horse.
Yes.
I mean, they sort of. I mean, back in the
horse
old days.
teaches you.
Yeah.
When I went horseback riding, my instructor said that the horse teaches you many things that
Yes.
you can't learn without him.
Well, it's like I said, it goes back to that ancient bond between man and horse because they've been. I sort of like to say they're man's best friend. I know people say that about dogs, which no offense to dogs, but horses have,
They've
You know,
had that.
in tradition,
Yeah.
they have gone
Quite a
back.
long
They go back many years to when man and horse traveled together across the lands of the European lands and
Yeah, just
lands elsewhere as well.
Just look at cowboys. I mean, I think it teaches cowboys when they get a good relationship with their horse that teaches them how to do good deeds,
Yeah, and to not be criminals,
to not be criminals.
because as we know, the Wild West
I don't know.
was quite, It was not. It was devoid of traditions of the old days of Europe.
That's just my opinion. But
When
Like improper. It wasn't as proper as like the European style of like living.
chivalry, like horses, they sort of took horses for granted here in the United States.
yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm pretty sure they're playing Paul Hardcastle's Jazz Masters right now.
One of the best jazz albums, if I must say so myself.
He has quite an expansive and vast collection of jazz masters, if I do say so myself. And I do want to say that I'm not a really big fan of his 80s like techno kind of music.
We just don't talk about that
We
era.
don't talk about that era, but he's doing some good works now. I'm glad that he did acknowledge on YouTube that he doesn't want to make that kind of music anymore, and I'm proud he's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, Herbie Hancock, another
Herbie Hancock,
also great jazz musician.
jazz musician. I mean, he had that kind of phase in the 80s that Paul Hardcastle did. Similar phase, and thankfully he's not doing that anymore. I mean, I just saw him in concert recently, actually, and he was playing.
Well, not concert. It was at
It was
a
lounge.
jazz lounge.
Yeah,
Cigar
jazz lounge,
store.
cigar
Yeah.
store. He was playing the one song I like a lot is Chameleon. It's one of his biggest hits, or
Oh.
Watermelon Man.
Yes.
It's got very tribal kind of ancient music to it, and it's got that jazz sound that really resonates with me. It's a pretty long song, but I find that the longer the song is, the more I enjoy it.
Well, I like to listen to it when I'm having my whiskey time, like it's in my lounge, just enjoying the fragrance.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Anyways, I think we should go head back to the mall and
absolutely.
check out the deals.
Let's do it.
Ah, yes. Salt and pepper soup, just like Barney Fives. Just like what we were talking about. Got a few over here too. I did hear that the softer that the suit is, the more threads it is, which is higher class kind of suit. So,
Multi-threading.
looking for a multi-threading kind of suit. Let's check out the suits over here too. I'm a man of suits. I like my suits a lot. This one right here.
Oh yes, that is exquisite.
This one, I'd like to try this on actually.
This is like this material. It's like a suede almost. Quite nice, quite nice. Yeah, just feel this.
Seems very quite.
Oh, actually, if you guys didn't know, this is an Armani suit imported from Chicago. So,
Oh yes, Chicago, finest suits in the country.
Chicago, it's busy out there. But hey, it's my kind of environment though.
Well, it's quite nice. I mean, you have a lot of very proper establishments in that city.
What do you guys think of this one?
I think that could be good for like going to the fair.
Yeah, the fairgrounds. Yeah, like the fairgrounds. This would be a
I think that'd
good
be
suit
quite
to
nice
wear.
for a 4-H fair. Like,
Because I would like to go to the fairgrounds, but I feel like I don't fit in. But the way I could fit in is wear something like this.
no, I mean that seems like a very appropriate.
How much for this suit? Unfortunately, there's no price, so it must be a lot of money. Oh, a floral set.
This floral pattern.
How much for
I have
a
a shirt
floral?
just like this I wear to the office.
I actually have a tie just like that one,
When
except it has like red roses on it.
when I go to my financial advisory job, I often wear these kinds of shirts. I find that really sets you apart from the other sort of advisors.
Makes you more
and financial-
distinct, and I
That's the
think,
job you want. is what I say.
and that's how you can get a good job, just like whatever you want to do.
It looks good on you. Are you
Thank
talking about your lavender one, the lavender flower one?
Yeah. So it has lavender and
Coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
rose petals.
Rose petals. Oh.
Well, it's made out of
You know,
rose petal threads.
I actually like
So.
my chai with rose petals in it. Have you guys ever had that before?
Yeah, I prefer mine with like nutmeg
Nutmeg.
and
Yes.
ooh,
I do like only a little bit of nutmeg because it
mint leaves.
overpowers a lot of the taste.
I like
of
the
things.
mint leaves as well. Those are
Yes,
quite
mint
nice.
leaves. Let's step over here.
Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Step over here. I just really like suits a lot. I mean, you'd have to excuse my wardrobe because it's a mess.
See here,
of
this
suits.
is traditional. Oh. See here,
Lovely.
this has the traditional red threading on the shoulder. That represents, old tradition, but going back in France.
Oh yes, the old tradition of red threading.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
red dye used to be hard to come by.
I mean, it was a lot more accessible back then.
Purple dye used to be
Back
hard
in
to come by.
like ancient France, but it's a lot harder to be accessible
Well, it
nowadays.
depends on the level of red. So back in the day, you could make dye out of either red dye out of either roots, or you could make it out of a sort of tree bark.
Oh.
Yes. So the
Like a
roots-
liquid tree bark,
Yeah, but
or
it was much more. It was much more vibrant red.
more vibrant.
Yeah.
Something like this, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. The red made out of the roots was not even close to as vibrant.
I'm liking this candy stripe theme in here. It's kind of reminding me of that one Seinfeld episode where
Yes,
Jerry put in the jacket inside out.
correct.
Any
Right.
Seinfeld fans out there?
Yeah, yes. You know what we're talking about.
We're about to walk into Vineyard Vines, famous yacht club store for very prestigious boatmen like us. So
Yeah, I mean, boating is sort of a passion of mine. I enjoy the sport of yachting.
oh really?
We actually we race yachts casually around the.
I have a hobby of tying knots to
Oh yeah.
the deck.
Yes.
I can make a lot of them. Quite a variety of knots.
Knots are an important thing in yachting. You must know how to tie your knots properly, or else you could end up with a stranded boat. You do not want that.
My favorite knot is the pretzel knot.
Pretzel knot. Yes, yes. I like the spaghetti noodle knot. It's what they call it. I know it sounds a little improper, but that's an old term from the days of seafaring.
Yeah.
Us, yachtsters, we like to talk.
I wonder if this design is a throwback to like Moby Dick.
It could be to the story of Jonah as well, but Moby Dick is a classic literature. I love it.
We don't want to talk your ear off, but we got to go in the stores. So.
My favorite knot is the tortellini knot.
Oh, the
Totally.
tortellini. It's an alright one. I find that it doesn't necessarily hold as tight as possible, but
Anyways, let's go, guys.
sounds good.
It's about time that I get some more yacht clothes like this. These classic polos. It's got this really nice stretchy material to it, and as you can see, I mean, the wind is your sails. That's what they say. But preferably, I like to look at the ties over here. I like the aquatic theme of these lobsters, these patterns.
The lighthouse,
Lighthouse theme, right there.
stripes.
Yes, stripes. It's almost like candy stripes. Let's go over here. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. A real gentleman knows how to put up a sail, just like these gentlemen out here. And, oh, interesting. Let's go over here. Ah, yes, ah, yes. Ah, yes. The swordfish. Now, the thing about swordfish is, it's quite a delicacy.
Indeed.
It is quite a delicacy. It does cost just a bit of money to eat, but I do know that the fins on the swordfish are quite tasty, and they got a really good crunch to them.
I personally like the snout.
The snout's pretty good too.
The soup. You make good soup out of it.
Good soup out of it. Good soup. Over
Oh,
here.
98, that was a good year for sales.
98. It was a good. That's a good year.
Yes, yes.
I remember. I remember when that happened. But let's just take a look around, and while you take a look around, I'm just gonna do a little bit of shopping. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go in the extravagant and most well-known Gucci store. So, get a good deal. Hello. Ah, yes. Very nice fragrances. You could smell in them? Oh, okay. Thank you.
What do you got there?
Ah, this one is the eyes of the tiger. Kind of reminds me of Rocky. It's a good smell. It's a good smell. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. 1921. You know, I'm wondering if these years on here means like when they were manufactured or produced. Could be. Where are my heartbeats? You know what? I'm not gonna open this one. Seems a little too fragile. Just take a look around at the store. The owls, fancy shoes. I mean, there's no price tags on here because they're quite a bit of money. We got ourselves our steak burritos. Really good. Got to put the green sauce on it. Take a bite. Really good.
Thank you. Let's try with the sauce.
Let's try this burrito. Excuse me for my mess. What a lovely lunch we just had there, gentlemen.
I must concur.
Very good. We're here at the International Market. Tourist Les Roses Cafe over here. Pretty nice. I highly recommend.
Fuji Apple, China.
Yes, there's a lot of great variety here. I suggest if you'd like to make a really nice dish, you'd come to an international market like this.
Wrapped in foam.
Sir.
It's wrapped in.
Anyways, let's go check out all the fruits and international treats that this place has to offer us.
Well, here we are today at the International Market. Right here, as you can see, we got some of our finest Pepino melon. It does not look that good, to be honest. Personally, we got our casual fruits too, like dragon fruit, potatoes, pears.
Where's that leaf, sir?
The leaf. Oh yes, follow me. Right here, we have the Magui leaf, and it's like,
I've heard that's good for fragrances.
Yes, it is. It's
Is that
very
a good herb for fragrance?
it is a very good herb for fragrances.
What kind of
And-
scent does it get?
Well, kind of gives you like a natural scent, like a kind of earthy smell. You know what I mean? Like, for example, this also is also good for fragrances. You can usually like grind it up and then put it in like perfume, fragrances, and it would smell like you know,
Jolly good, jolly good.
yeah, good stuff. Yep.
Ah, yes. Quite a variety of fish over here. Let's walk down this aisle. Exotic fish.
Yeah.
Quite a selection of crabs over here.
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty good.
Blue shell.
Blue shell crab.
It's one of Louisiana fruit.
I've heard good things about the blue. I hear it gives it a
flavor a little bit.
accentuates flavors a little bit more than regular crab does.
You gotta use fresh.
Yeah,
Or alive, almost.
definitely more fresh. Let's take a look down here. Lobsters.
Very nice. Succulent.
Very succulent lobsters. Very nice. Here we got carp fresh, red drum.
Absolutely, absolutely.
We got like stingrays here. You know, I wonder if they have the swordfish, like what I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
the yacht
You can
place.
make a great soup. Great soup out of it.
Great soup out of the swordfish. Oh well,
No, not quite.
no. Well, oh, they got clams. So.
Ooh.
I do like my scallops. I like them a bit wetter than usual.
I prefer purple.
Purple.
I think it accentuates the flavor a lot more.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta serve them with a little bit of shaving.
Oh, gold shaving. Okay, I know what you mean. Go shaving. Yes. I think have you ever tried silver or platinum shaving?
It's all right for the gold.
Well, and as you know, I mean, the best stoneworking really comes out of the Geist area, because I mean, honestly, a lot of the houses over there are just exquisite, and that's where I would like to someday make my
Yes.
abode.
Make my boat.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
tie my knots.
The knots are really the important part of every man's life. You should really learn more about his knots.
The knot can teach you a lot about yourself.
Really, a knot's a reflection of man's soul. That's what I like to say. And truly, I say, if man does not know his knots, he's got to get to learn them.
Yeah. He doesn't know much about himself, and he needs to learn about himself.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Gentleman's Day Out, and we hope that we inspired you gentlemen out there to take the day out with your fellow gentlemen. You'll learn about yourself, and you'll learn a lot about being a gentleman.
you'll learn a lot about being cultured as well. Because being cultured is truly one of the most important aspects of society. We got to keep tradition alive.
Yes, we do.
Tradition, culture, fanciness, it's all intertwined. Properness, and gentlemanly behavior.
And that's how we're going to end it, with properness.
Thank you.
Thank you. So you guys want to see my cigar lunch?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's Hawkins.
The redwood is over here.
Oh, excellent,
That's
excellent.
mahogany, right?
Yes.